You know, one of the things that I have been very moved about here in Israel, I've been invited a few times for Shabbat to people's homes, and I've met the teens and the children, and I'm very moved by not only the intelligence, but the penetrative questions they're asking, that they're really not wanting just to accept the norm or accept what's been said before, but they're wanting to investigate, to find the real truth, to find their own way in this world. And so there is a longing, and the questions that they're being asked are very astute questions, very provocative questions that will draw them to really make decisions in their lives that will have positive impact in this world. And so I'm very moved actually to have satsang with the youth of this country. I'm actually speaking to Ilan about that. And yeah, all over the world I'm going, and people, they're getting it. That what's been going on, something's got to change. And they're looking for real answers. They're looking to find the answers within themselves. And really what the journey does is it allows you to find the guru within yourself. So rather than going to someone else to find the answers, it's to open into your own infinite wisdom and to find that essential truth. And what's beautiful is we are working with governmental bodies right now. And so, for instance, if you're a governmental minister in any of the ministry departments in Holland, the only clinic that they will send you to if you have work-related stress is one that offers journey work, because it's known to get to the root cause of what's putting your surface stress in place and clear it out to such a degree that you can come back to work from a place of truth, from authenticity, and from a stress-free place inside yourself, from a place of peace. And I'm also working with the Ministry of Education here in Israel, and I also am working with ministries of education all around the world. And it's beautiful to see that the ministers in the Ministry for Education here, they decided they didn't want to give the teachers the work until they had experienced it. They said, we don't want the teachers to undergo this work till we've experienced it, seen the truth of it, found the efficacy of it, had our own transformation. Then we can say, yes, we feel good about you learning how to do this work. And then we feel good about the children doing this work that is being used with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of school children around the world to liberate their own shining potential. And so I do feel a deep commitment to our youth, to our children, and I love it that now our ministries for educations around the world are wanting to create substantive change. So it's not just about the formal learning of ABCs and maths. It's about really accessing who you are as a human being and becoming a mensch in this world, becoming a true human being who can offer and contribute to life instead of just recite the various equations and the various books that you've read. And so it's not just about factual information anymore. It's about developing the human being. And I love this, that my husband right now is working with the Ministry of Justice Department in Canada. Now, how amazing is that? That he's working with court judges, ministers, and lawyers because they get it, that something needs to shift within the system and that we need to bring more consciousness into it, more integrity into it, and more truth into it. And so we're living in exciting times. We're living in scary times because there's a lot of catastrophes going on in our world right now. You know, between all the environmental ones, the wars going on, the terrorism, the 9/11s, the tsunamis, the earthquakes, the floods, and now the financial crisis. It's like no matter where you look, that's what you see. And what the journey helps you do is get to the root of the fear that has shut us all down. Because wherever I'm going, whatever country I go to, and I travel 44 out of 52 weeks in a year, every country I go to, I'm experiencing a massive shutdown due to a mass global fear consciousness that has us all in its grip. And so there are those who are wanting to serve the planet right now in becoming free from this fear consciousness, in liberating ourselves so we can be part of the conscious, creative, innovative, and inspired answers that our planet needs right now. And so there's a whole group who are contributing, and a lot of them are media, who are contributing to everyone being on alert, being in fear consciousness all the time, contributing to this paralyzation that is going on in all the countries. And there's another group of us who are part of a wave of awakening and healing, who are wanting to substantively serve life. And I love it that last Peace Day for the United Nations, International Peace Day, I was a keynote speaker. And how amazing that the United Nations want to hear about the power of forgiveness, about the power to find unity with our neighbors, about the power to come home to, first of all, the peace inside yourself, but to live in peace with other nations, other races, other cultures, other religions, and other continents. And so it is a call for all of us to be, as Gandhi said, to be the change you wish for our world. And the journey gives you the tools. It gives you the process work and the method to undergo your own journey, to take the lampshade off your light, to clear the blocks, to liberate your life so you can be part of this wave and awakening and healing sweeping our globe. And so I pray that you will feel inspired to respond to this global imperative that is arising for many of us, and that you will respond to that by wanting to take action to be part of this change. Shalom.